Hi, my name is Nathan Wright, and this is going to be my review of the DNT Ballistics Calculator app. So a little background on myself is I'm a retired Marine infantry officer, so had plenty of experience around guns, but not a lot with ballistic calculators in general while I was in. It wasn't until after I got out that I really started using them with more of the recreational and competitive shooting that I was doing. So just really starting to get into the ballistic apps, and the one that I've used the most is the Chairgun Elite app. One of the things that I look for the most that I really want out of an app is something that's going to be very user friendly, something that I can pull up, maybe input a couple of things for the weather and get my ballistic solutions real fast. I'm not the super precision shooter that's going for mile long shots or something like that. It's more of a practical shooting style. I just want something that's going to be able to get me a quick solution for a 200 to 600 yard shot, and hopefully something that I can get solved out within less than 30 seconds. So that's really what I'm looking for out of an app. So starting with the app, I've downloaded it, and this is really the first time I've done anything with it. Haven't plugged anything into it. I will say one of the things that I noticed right away is that I did have to kind of look to see where the ballistics calculations were on the app. At first I saw the add device key here, and it was basically, I thought this was only something that you could use when you had an actual DNT device. It took a second to find the ballistics portion of it, but once I did find that, so let's see, as far as trying to put in a firearm, let's see what we can do. So I've got targets out at 100, and we've got a few steel plates out at 100, and then I've got there's kind of hard to see, but there's a hog out there, a hog target, steel plate at about 240. So I'm going to put 240 in here for the app, for the distance. Wind speed, right now it actually just died off. We were getting a little bit of crosswind for a little bit. So I'm going back to my Chairgun Elite app and pulling information off of that. All right, so we'll go and put in our Hornady 55 grain. All right, 5.56 NATO is actually right at the top, which is nice, makes it real easy. All right, and here we've got our Hornady 55 grain M193. So we'll go ahead and add that ammo. And let's see if there's a spot to put in what reticle that I'm using. So what you're able to do is you can go in and you can set different profiles for different firearms. So I'm going to go ahead and set up this one that I've got here. And I can set my zero distance, which it's 0 to 100 yards. My scope height, so with the riser that I've got, it's a 1.97 riser. So put 1.97. I can put in the twist rate, which it's a, see, I've got a 1 to 7 twist on my 5.56 here. And selecting the ammo, 5.56 NATO, and it's a Hornady round that I'm shooting. Let's see. I'll find the Hornady 55 grain. There we go. Uh, 55 grain X-Tac, that's what I've got. So put that in, and that'll put in all of the caliber weight and muzzle velocity and everything like that, calculating out. So we can save that. We can go in and we can set our weather. So right now, I believe it's about like 85, 89 degrees. So I'm just going to go with 85. And humidity, I'm going to guess it's like 60. I'm not 100% certain. Like I said, I'm not the shooter that's going with all the weather data and everything like that. A lot of mine is just guessing. So, and then speed, wind has actually, while I've been working this, has picked back up a little bit, and I've got about a 5 mile an hour wind, and it is a cross. So if you hold on to the wind, you can actually, you get a little wheel here, and so you can set where it's coming from, so you can kind of dial kind of like a windsock, giving you what your wind value is going to look like. So set that, and then it also lets you input for the angle, and since we've got a little bit of a down angle, I'm going to go and hold on the angle, and it'll bring up my camera here. I'll just set it on the table, and I'm going to see if I can zoom in to find that hog. So it doesn't let you zoom while you're doing this, which that is kind of a bummer. It'd be nice if you could actually zoom the screen to be able to see, but that's about it right there. So it looks like I got about a 4-degree down. So, and then after that, you can hit your ballistic table, and it's going to bring up a full chart with all your distances on the left, and then both your mil and your MOA holds for it. Which, one of the things I do like about the Chairgun Elite app is that you have the ability to pull up an image of what that reticle looks like. You can put in a whole bunch of different a whole bunch of different reticles, different scope options, and it'll give you where that hold would be actually on the reticle. This gives you a chart, not the reticle, but you can actually easily export this. So if you want to send it to somebody, let's say you've got a buddy that you're shooting with and he needs a ballistic app or a ballistic table done up real fast, you could plug in all the information and then text it or airdrop it or whatever over to him so that your buddy's got it as well. So that is kind of a nice feature to have. So I guess, you know, there's different trade-offs that you get for everything. Oh, so it does have the actual reticle. It has a reticle. It doesn't appear to be the exact same one that I have. So maybe in future updates, they'll actually have some different reticle options that you can plug in here, so you'll be able to see exactly where, what your target would look like and where you would hold. So that'd be a nice one. But so it looks like, going off my ballistic table here, so 240 yards, it looks like we need to come up a half mil. So I am going to come over to my scope and I'm going to dial up All right, and we'll take a couple shots and see how easily and how fast I can get on target. Zooming in on the hog, and so this is a 3 to 18 primary arms. So I'll go ahead and I'll zoom in at 18x just so I can get a nice, good view on the target and see how fast I get a hit. I got a little bit of heat mirage, but not a ton. And actually, the wind's kind of dying down right now, so let's see what we can do. Okay, first round hit. So overall, pretty good product. I mean, for something that they just released, just now getting into the world of ballistic calculators. I know that there's a lot of great ones out there. I think this one has a lot of potentials for some great use. A couple little tweaks on it, but yeah, overall I'd say it's a good app. Appreciate your time.